Another Sunday in the books. And with that, my Dolphins, they lost. And while on one hand, I feel like my analysis was okay. I was like, I'm not going to say like, I was like, genius and nothing like that. I basically said that they would go back and forth until somebody defense steps it up or call it a turnover or stalls them or something. The defense picks it up. The defense started controlling. That's precisely what happened because we was going back and forth. It was like, it was touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Touchdown, Bills. Oh, okay, cool. We stopped. Interception. Okay, all right. And then after that, kind of like now you gave the Bears. I mean not the Bears, the Bills, two B's. Now they got 2 touchdowns. But hey, we got the offense to try to turn it around. That's fine. We got the offense to turn that around. That's fine. You sort of get the point at this juncture. I was like, we might have something with a chain. I was like running the ball. But this is sort of the game that I was sort of like, when I was seeing like how Dolphin fans were talking, sort of talking with like the little like threads and stuff like that, is where you could be a fan and sometimes your fandom goes wild. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't think that the Dolphins can be a Super Bowl champion. I do think they can. And not that I don't think our offense is dynamic and great. It is. Not that I think our defense is garbage or nothing like that, because they're not. I was like, our defense is pretty good. It's really more so that first couple of weeks, and especially that 70-point game, made everybody ridiculous. For instance, they was like, oh, our line is great. Our line is really time not. Our line, blah, blah, blah. And granted, we don't have Armstead, but at the same time, I was like, if our offensive line was sort of a problem beforehand, and we didn't do anything at all to really change it, what do you think is really going to happen? It's still going to be the same. Just because Tua's doing a better job of getting the ball out and our weapons are being dynamic and spectacular does not mean those problems still aren't there. That's how I felt when everybody was talking about, like, look how we were running the ball. We don't need no running back and all this stuff. I was like, look, I'm not saying that Mostert isn't good and A-Chain can't be somebody and whatnot. But at the same time, if it was still an issue, it still might be an issue. Also, too, I was like, I also have a problem with a little bit of our defense at the same time. I was like, I keep comparing this defense to the Colts when they had Peyton Manning. A bunch of fast, smaller dudes. I like, granted, Xavier Howard, and I can't think of his name. But they're, pretty big for their, I was like, especially for their size and stuff. But at the same time, I was like, now granted, this will look different once Ramsey comes back. I do think, because boy, did we need him today. Did we need him? I was like, that was a difference on the outside, because Diggs just seemed like he could do whatever he wanted today. He was over here doing Madden glitch plays. And I don't mean Madden plays. I mean Madden glitch plays. Like when you play Madden and you throw the ball or you run the ball and somehow you should have got tackled by like 4 people. But you broke the tackle somehow, and because of everybody trying to go to the ball, now you could just run for 60 yards. We've all done played it. It done all done happened. Where it's like, how did I get out of there? That's crazy. Yeah, that happened in the actual game. And, sometimes I get it with running plays because, everybody got angles and, I was like, the hole where the lineman go, blocking. I get it. This one basically happened with our corner matched up against Diggs. And he thought he was bringing them down, and he thought he was going to have some help. Apparently, he basically messed up the help, and Diggs was like, cool, spin move. You didn't know I put some quarters in to turn this whole dryer on, because he did that spin, and then it was all the races, and then it was nothing else after that. And that pretty much summed out how the day went pretty much after we just couldn't get nothing going on offense. That it was just pretty much the Bills straight stunting on us. I was like, there was no reason for Josh Allen to run the ball in that late in the game, but he did, and I was like, he didn't do the layup thing, but you might as well. I was like, Diggs was over here torching the hell out of everybody all day. Uh, I was like, had like touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. I was like David. Everybody was catching balls out here, piles. But this is sort of my thing. That I'm like, when we get matched up against a real team, and I was sort of like I was like when I was discussing online or whatever. Now I'm like, the flaw that we have will eventually show up and come out, and that's sort of what happened. I still think that we can have a change of running back. Not saying it had to be Jonathan Taylor, but another change when it's come to those situations where you just need to maybe like just get some hard ass yard. Cause I like to me, and it's sort of like the thing is like we got a whole bunch of small receivers. Waddle's like the biggest receiver. But I was like, yeah, we got small, fast, shifty. But I was like, at some point, you're just going to have somebody to make easy, tough ass grabs. And I don't think we have that type of receiver. I don't think we have that type of running back. I don't know if we even have the line to do that with either. Now, I like I said, every team got flaws. So this is not something that's like, oh no, oh my god. Because like when they play the next matchup, guess what? We probably will rout them. That is probably what's going to happen. They lost White today as well too, so we'll probably get them on that instant. They also didn't have Poyer though, so But my whole point is that hey, I can still be a fan of this team, and I still think like, oh yeah, we're gonna be a problem. We still a problem. But I'm not also going to be to the point where I'm like, I'm going to ignore the flaws that this team has, that they might not come up at some point either when you play against a team that also have a dynamic system, dynamic players, dynamic quarterback. Because guess what? When we play against them other quarterbacks, I was like, it's going to be sort of the same situation. And you just going to, I was like, and also matchups makes fights. And this is a matchup. I was like, we're in the division, so it's always going to be one of those kind of games anyway. But I was like, but you got a strong arm quarterback that can also run, and you got really great route running receiver and Diggs, deep threat and Davis and stuff, and like big, huge tight ends that are also athletic and fast. Well, we don't have anybody to really cover those dudes either, and they running backs are really tough and like run hard too. Murray, who's like been in the league for I don't know how long, his big ass running the ball, and Cook as well too. So I'm like, we'll take our L. I'm like, it was a great week knowing that we put up 70 points and like 700 yards and stuff like that. But today we came back to earth, back to the drawing board. Hey, we'll be fine. But anyway, that's just me with the Dolphin talk. You got anything else to add? I was like, maybe you got more optimism than I do. I was like, which is fine. That's cool. Hey, but you got something to say? Let me know. Let me hear it. I appreciate it. But hey, you don't like the video? Maybe next time. But until then, I'm out.